And that is a beautiful example.
And they made it better.
In ways that I cannot
Yes,
express. It doesn't matter what she
just did something.
her politics, her decisions, her character, it doesn't matter. She has done this by doing well. And that is to be respected. And today, everybody who stands up, who claps for her, who salutes her as she takes the oath of office, will be doing that with heartfelt knowledge that they are congratulating someone in job well.
All right.
It's an example I am glad we can follow.
And the horses and the entrance, a grand entrance.
Indeed, horsemen leading these all important vehicles, bringing in the VIPs of the day. Now, these horsemen, another important job, by the way, they train and practice all day to get this right. But we can take you there now so that we can capture sights and sounds and the feel of this all-important moment in history. Let's go live to the Black Star Square.
The background here is intense. It is intense. There is much joy, happiness, excitement, all in readiness for what we are about to witness.
And security is also in full force. We have various military personnel deployed to ensure the total safety and security of personnel. They are all playing critical roles to ensure that this event goes seamlessly, devoid of any major hitches. We have great display of culture.
I believe that
And that is DSP Mary Agyapong. She's in charge of the police mounted
Invited guests
meeting.
arriving now is the President-elect
and I think they have
of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Shall we all wave our flags to welcome him? Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests.
Mommy, what's up? Yeah, you mean
Arriving
yeah,
now is the President-elect
like I'm assuming what's in it.
John Dramani Mahama. He is accompanied by his spouse, soon to be First Lady, Her Excellency Lordina Dramani Mahama. Shall we all wave our flags to welcome him?
You could, yes. Yeah, it's gonna miss
Yes.
They
The Speaker of Parliament
I mean,
now leads the entourage into the Chamber of Parliament here at the Black Star Square. The entourage of Parliament
you know, about
includes the members of Parliament
because
and other senior officials of Parliament.
Oh, meanwhile, you are you? Stand. Cool. Your
As I mentioned earlier, we will soon enter the Chamber of Parliament, and so the Speaker of Parliament will shortly take over. Shall we please rise as they process into the Chamber
Let me repeat it. Let me repeat it.
I wish to announce that only accredited photographers and media personnel are allowed at the designated places on the square. Please, if you are not authorized to be on the square, kindly move back.
I only arrived to program.
Honorable members, you may now resume your seats.
Occupied him, bro. Occupied him. Stand. No, pass the channel.
Honorable members, I now have the singular honor and pleasure to invite Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, to administer the oaths to the President-elect and the Vice President-elect. We will start with the Vice President-elect, who will take and subscribe to the oath of allegiance and the oath of the Vice President. Your Ladyship, the Chief Justice, you may now do so now.
Your Excellency,
profess the oath of allegiance. Kindly say after me. I, Professor Nana Jane Oboko Ajiman, do in the name of the Almighty God swear. Do in the name of the Almighty God swear. That I will bear true faith and allegiance. That I will bear true faith and allegiance. To the Republic of Ghana. To the Republic of Ghana. As by law established. As by law established. That I will uphold. That I will uphold. The sovereignty and integrity of Ghana. The sovereignty and integrity of Ghana. And that I will preserve. And that I will preserve. Protect. And defend. The Constitution. The Constitution. Of the Republic of Ghana. Of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. So help me God. Your Excellency, now the oath of the Vice President. I, Professor Nana Jane Oboko Ajiman, having been elected to the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, to the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of the Almighty God swear. Do in the name of the Almighty God swear. That I will be faithful. That I will be faithful. And true. To the Republic of Ghana. To the Republic of Ghana. That I will at all times. That I will at all times. Preserve. Protect. And defend. The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And I dedicate myself. To the service. And well-being. Of the people of the Republic of Ghana. And to do right. To all manner of persons. I further solemnly swear that should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of the Republic of Ghana. And suffer the penalty for it. So help me God. Congratulations, Madam Vice President. Thank you. Lift your
The Vice President of the Republic of Ghana shall now sign the oath book.
Evans! Mama, there. Oh, that's the last time we heard it. Ah, okay. What did she say?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the Vice President-elect. It's now no longer elect. Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, has just taken the oath of office, oath of allegiance, now subscribing to that oath and appending her signature to it, that oath administered by the Chief Justice of the Republic. As we speak now, we have the first, it's official, we have the first female Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman has just taken that oath and has been sworn in as Vice President of the Republic, looking all beautiful and signing that particular oath that she's just subscribed to. And we are waiting for the next to happen, which will be that of the President-elect John Dramani Mahama, a number of documents to sign for that history to be sealed and made in that process, and that signature still going on, and you can see party supporters already. Is it a prayer that they're saying as she appends her signature to that particular document and that oath that she signed? You're listening to us live on Joy 99.7 FM. Is the inauguration of the President-elect of the Republic of Ghana, and just gone by is that of the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, and that's currently ongoing. She's taking that oath of allegiance and oath of office, now subscribing to that particular oath that she's taking, and a number of documents. You can see that the members of the judiciary are helping her to do that, and the Speaker of Parliament looks on for that to happen, and after that we'll take that off the President-elect John Dramani Mahama.
I suspect there are several copies of several documents.
Yes.
In what looks from here like a big pen.
I knew you would definitely bring that in. That is a big pen that is being
Vice
used.
President
Yes.
of the Republic of Ghana puts her signature to these all important.
I think at the last count, it looks like she signed about 5 documents already.
And there might be a couple more before she's done.
Yeah.
And of course, what this means is that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is no longer the Vice President of Ghana.
It's done.
It is now,
It's
for the
over.
first time, a female. Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. It's important to make a quick correction. When I was talking about her firsts, I mentioned that she was the first female education minister. That is not accurate. We've actually had 4 other female education ministers: Joyce Ayi, Ama Ata Edu, Dr. Christiana Mwakunyama, and Betty Modi-Driso have all held that portfolio.
Oh, the women will not forgive you for that. Yes,
indeed,
but she's chalked a lot of firsts.
Oh, yes.
And this is the biggest. The first female Vice President.
This is the
of the
one we
Republic
will all be
of
telling
Ghana.
our daughters about. And of course, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman now is waiting patiently as the documents are looked over to ensure not a single one has missed her signature. And of course, once that is put to bed, we'll be moving on to the big one, the swearing of the oaths by the new President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, a man with 4 years to make a difference.
More documents to be signed. This time is a big book.
Yes.
And it has to go in there, I'm sure, because it's a parliamentary proceeding, and that also has to go in there, and she has to sign that as well.
You know, on days like this, much will be said of the fashion of the day, and the Vice President is looking quite lovely in her very dark red gown.
Is that the mandate?
Vermilion colored gown with some flowery detail over the shoulder, looking very regal. She has certainly made the effort to the pomp and pageantry of the day with some kente to match this wonderful outfit. She is indeed looking vice presidential.
Yes,
if we may
very more than
say so.
vice presidential, I should
Yes,
say,
indeed.
looking
Now,
very regal.
We see
out
her
there.
detail, taking her gently down the stairs and down the red carpet, back to her seat.
How destinies change, you know.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah.
In the blink of an eye, history is made. Destiny is changed. One era gives way to another.
And the president-elect cheering her on
Yes,
with that
proudly.
clap. Yes, very proud.
I'm sure he feels very.
And the First
vindicated in
Lady,
his choice.
incoming First Lady also,
That's
cheering. And you can see party supporters all cheering her on. This history definitely is worth celebrating. You are the first female Vice President of the Republic of Ghana,
Yes,
Professor
indeed.
Nana Jane.
Waves
Ukwu-Agyeman.
proudly to the crowd as she now takes her seat in the Vice President's chair. And this is a seat that she'll be occupying at all parliamentary events for the next 4 years. Wherever she is needed, this is the seat she'll be seated in. Let's go back to hear the Speaker of Parliament.
To take and subscribe to the oath of allegiance and the presidential oath. Your Excellency, you may now proceed to do so.
Your Excellency, kindly say after me. This is the oath of allegiance. I, your name,
John Dramani Mahama,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the Republic of Ghana
to the Republic of Ghana
as by law established,
as by law established,
that I will uphold
and that I will uphold
the sovereignty
and integrity
of Ghana,
and
that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God.
So help me God.
Your Excellency, now the presidential oath. I,
John Dramani Mahama,
having been elected to the high office of President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will be faithful and true to the Republic of Ghana, that I will at all times preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, and that I dedicate myself to the service and well-being of the people of the Republic of Ghana, and to do right to all manner of persons. I further solemnly swear that should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of the Republic of Ghana and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President. Let me do the thing.
Nyami, and the down is what? Maximum. And Ghana, the 6th president of the Republic of Ghana, in the person of a former president and 66-year-old John Dramani Mahama. He's just taking the presidential oath and the oath of allegiance, and now is just showing us the presidential sword. And of course, he is the president of the Republic of Ghana, looking all resplendent in that agbada, adorned with kente lining right there, all went straight to the wife Lodina Mahama to give that special hug. It's like, baby, I made it. And of course, I am the 6th president of the Republic of Ghana. And you can't help but notice, I've been talking about his agbada, you can't help but notice the adinkra symbols on the front, imprinted on the front of that particular agbada.
Cluster of four Adinkra symbols in a square formation on the front of the agbada. The one at the top is the Nyamidia Adinkra symbol, which translates into tree of God. Yes. It's a symbol that represents the presence of God, the ever-continuing presence of God.
And it's the first,
it's the first symbol. So you can imagine the message being sent here is that I intend to do this with God. With me at all times.
And you see the next one?
Yes, which is on the left when you're facing, and that's the Sankofa symbol. Sankofa, of course, is about preserving tradition. It's about looking back to see the way forward.
I can't help but just loosely translated that we've just gone back for a former president. Sankofa Yunchi, is that what they always say?
Indeed. You've gone back for what is your own, right? And then on the right, you have Jinyame, one of the most popular Adinkra symbols, which simply means that nothing can be done without God. So once again, the presence of God being manifest in the messaging of this outfit that the President of the Republic is wearing. And then the symbol at the bottom, a less popular one, I believe it's the horns of a ram formed into an Adinkra symbol. We are certainly very excited and interested in that one. We'll be bringing.
That's up here. We have the national anthem. Maybe we should go back there. Oh, that's it. Yes. Okay. Well, I saw the president standing upright. It does look like we're having a documentary and the journey so far for the president of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, and his vice, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. History indeed has been made. We have a former president making a comeback, and we've been talking about those symbols. It does appear that what he's wearing is sending a strong message as well about the journey so far. Kojo has told us about the Nyamidria, those 4 cluster of Adinkra symbols on the front, imprinted on the front of the president's attire. We have the Nyamidria, we have the Sankofa, we have the Jinyame, and then of course the ram's horn. I'm still trying to get the true name for that. I have the other name for it, but I would hold on to that one. I will hold on to that one. But we're waiting to get the tree Adinkra name for that. But of course, a message, a clear message there that the president is sending. And it looked like the Matinisie, which more like I've heard and I have listened. More like, but it does appear that's not it. It's the ram's horn instead that Kojo has been telling us about. So Nyamidria, Sankofa, Jinyame, and then of course the ram's horn. That message that the president of the Republic is sending. That's the safe president of the Republic of Ghana, in the person of John Dramani Mahama, 66-year-old John Dramani Mahama, the first president of the Republic that was born after independence, right well around that time, 66 years. President John Dramani Mahama, that's the sixth president of the Republic of Ghana, and that oath administered a while ago by the Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu to him, and of course the Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman there. And there's currently a documentary on the journey so far, where we've been, where we've come from, and where we are today. And shortly, we'll get that speech that we've all been waiting for from the President of the Republic of Ghana. What kind of speech will it be in the presence of 21 heads of state, 4 vice presidents, 4 ministers, and 24 envoys, and of course your presence as well. Speaker Alban Bagbin is currently speaking. Let's go.
Platform will bring NPP for the way to more.
The Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice, Your Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Ghana, and special guest of honor for this occasion, Your Excellencies, Presidents, Heads of Government and Development Agencies, Your Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, and former Presidents, Your Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, I wish you a good morning, and we give thanks to the Almighty God on this occasion. Our Father who art in heaven, we thank you for giving us this day, a day that offers me, your humble servant, a unique opportunity to work to reset our dear country, Ghana. 32 years ago, on January 7th, Ghana made its first and most successful democratic transition, a reset, with the swearing in of the newly democratically elected President, Jerry John Rawlings, of blessed memory. Our nation was returned to a multi-party democracy with a new constitution that went into effect, and the Fourth Republic was officially established. I refer to it as a reset because on that day in 1993, we made our fourth attempt at establishing a democratic system of government with term limits based on free, fair, and transparent elections. The handover of power on January 7, 2001, between former President Jerry John Rawlings and at the time the newly elected President John Agyapong tested that reset, and our nation passed with flying colors. So today, with my induction as the new President of the Republic of Ghana, history is being made once again. And it is a history worth repeating every 4 years with each newly elected president. Today, we're also making a different kind of history. One that speaks to our maturity as a democracy, a nation of citizens enfranchised with the authority at the polls to determine their political future. Today's exercise between the outgoing President, His Excellency Nana Addo and I feels a bit like a deja vu. That is because 8 years ago to this day, on January 7, 2017, we shared this same space and performed this same transitional exercise. At the time, I was the outgoing President, having served one term, and he was the incoming President, having been given a mandate by the people of Ghana to lead this great nation of us. He and I both understood on that day, as I'm sure we are today, that it is the people of Ghana that we are elected to serve. Somehow, it seems fitting that it is with Nana Akufo-Addo that I twice shared this stage and this unique historical distinction. Because Nana Akufo-Addo and I began our national political careers in Parliament in the same year, 1996. He has always greeted me with warmth, a firm handshake and a smile, and he is perhaps the only person in my life who has persistently chosen to call me Johnny. While we belong to opposing political parties, we shared a sense of mutual respect. In those early days, we probably could not have imagined that destiny would bring us to the leadership of our respective parties and that we would have to face off 3 separate times as we each vied for the highest office of the land. Nana, as this will be our final meeting under these circumstances, and as I look back on the journey we have traveled together, 2 much younger men who entered Parliament together with a full head of black hair, and you with the same bald head and round eyeglasses, I have to say that you have without exception been a worthy opponent. I extend my warmest wishes to His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. It was a grueling campaign, and we gave it our all. Your sportsmanship in making an early concession eased tensions and contributed to the early conclusion of the electoral contest. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. My brothers and sisters, the world in which Ghana exists today, as I begin this presidency, is not the same world in which we have lived under other presidencies. There are tensions and conflicts that have not previously existed between nations. These tensions and conflicts place pressure on alliances to decide where we will support. There's a seismic shift happening within the system of global economic dominance. Whereas the G7 nations, United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan once provided the highest percentage of the world's GDP, over the last decade, that number has been steadily dropping. However, the combined total of the GDP of the BRIC nations Brazil, Russia. We need to strengthen our ties with our neighbor. We need to strengthen our ties with our neighbors to ensure that we're working together to keep our sub-region safe. We stand in solidarity and work in alliance with all our neighbors in the sub-region. Recognizing the history of our borders, we also acknowledge that on the other side of our country's borders are our family members. They may be Ivorians, they may be Togolese, Burkinabes, they may be Nigerians or Malians, but they are also Akans, they are Kasinas, they are Guans, they are Ewes, they are Nzemes, they are Hausas, they are Moshis and Gurmes. Because we are all part of one another, one big family. With the increase of the climate crisis, and as the waters grow warmer, melting the Arctic ice and permafrost, there's a greater likelihood for viruses that have been frozen and thought to be extinct for decades, perhaps even centuries, to begin to spread and create another global pandemic. The changing climate conditions, increased population density in urban areas, and mass international travel are enabling existing viruses to spread and mutate at a faster and faster rate than they did before. This is a serious challenge. Let us not forget the toll that the past epidemics of viruses like Ebola, COVID, and Mpox have taken on the families and communities and medical infrastructure in several of our neighboring countries and in the sub-region. Let us also not forget how swiftly and completely the COVID pandemic brought the entire world to a screeching halt. Our government will be working diligently to strengthen our public health systems while monitoring the global health situation so that when, and not if, but when the next pandemic or epidemic occurs, the loss of lives in Ghana will be minimal. The larger world exists around us and to some extent within us. While we cannot and should never use it as an excuse to stray from the direct and immediate needs of Ghana for the well-being of our citizens, we must also bear in mind that the affairs of the world, if we care to shape, lessen, avoid, or even at the other end of things, maximize the effect they have on us. My brothers and sisters, barely a month ago, we held historic elections that have caused dramatic shifts in our political landscape. I feel greatly honored that you, my compatriots, considered me worthy of receiving such an unprecedented and overwhelming mandate to steer the affairs of our beloved nation at this critical time in our history. The magnitude of this victory in the presidential elections and the gains that were made by my party, the National Democratic Congress, in the parliamentary elections naturally and justifiably resulted in great joy and celebration across our country, Ghana. But celebrations, no matter how justified and how well earned, must be supplanted by discernment, sobriety, and deeper insights into why we received this kind of mandate in the first place. By voting as you did on December 7th, the Ghanaian people conveyed a powerful message, yet often overlooked by us politicians. This message was powerfully emphasized by a giant of American political history, President Ronald Reagan, when he declared at his inauguration some 40 years ago that governments have no power except that granted by the people. While Ghanaians take great pride in our thriving democracy, they are deeply dissatisfied with the quality of governance over the years and have openly voiced that dissatisfaction through the decisive actions that they undertake at the elections. Our people also understand that democracy is not just a token adorned with periodic elections followed by pomp and pageantry with the establishment of a new government. They expect that if democracy is celebrated as a superior means of governance, then its outcomes must be more tangible and benefit them in their individual lives. Any honest introspection and reflection on the pulse of our nation would reveal that many within our population do not feel that they have benefited from or partaking in this democratic dividend. Where people buffeted by severe economic crisis and hardships, and in the last few years, we have lurched from crisis to crisis. But there is hope on the horizon. Today should mark the beginning of a new opportunity. An opportunity for us to make a difference in our governance and our economic management. We shall reset our dear nation, Ghana. To the millions of my fellow countrymen and women who joined long queues and waited in the sun for their turn to vote for me, you have my sincerest thanks for honoring me. My firm, immutable assurance is that your votes will matter in the work that I'll do to make a difference in the destiny of this dear nation of ours. Your courage to bring change will not go in vain. Our nation was born with much promise. That promise would seem hazy and in doubt now because of all that has happened in the past. But I urge you, my fellow countrymen, not to be sucked into a state of perpetual pessimism. For some time, our country has urgently needed leadership with an unwavering desire to get things done. I with all humility assent that I intend to be that leader with your cooperation and your help. As your next leader, I shall strive to exercise sound judgment and be able to make the right calls at the right time. I will have the humility and presence of mind to take responsibility for any challenges and be willing to act firmly and timelessly to resolve the challenges that we face as a nation. Since the elections, I have read and heard the word hope used many times in relation to my presidency and what it should offer the citizens of Ghana. I intend to speak plainly and clearly to you today, and every time I address you subsequently, I intend to always tell you the truth. The circumstances we find ourselves in are indeed dire, but even so, I'll be decisive and swift in my actions. We'll focus our initial efforts on 4 critical areas. The first is economic restoration and stabilization of the macroeconomic environment. Second is the improvement of the business and investment environment to ensure that Ghana is once again open for business. The third is governance and constitutional reforms. And the final, but not the least, is accountability and the fight against corruption. My brothers and sisters, actions have always spoken louder than words. With that in mind, I have entered into a covenant with you, the good people of Ghana, in which I have enumerated 26 actions that I'll take within my first 120 days. There is reason for hope, and there is every reason for hope. But we must also have faith, because faith empowers us to trust the things that will happen. With faith, you believe what you know, and that is why we need faith to be able to achieve our reset. We need a reset with the faith we have in our country and our leadership. We need a reset with the faith we have in our institutions. We need a reset with our faith in our dear nation, Ghana. And by that, I mean in all of us, because all of us are Ghana. You are Ghana, and I am Ghana. All of you seated here today, Ghanaian citizens, you are Ghana. The people who you are with or near you as you watch this on television, in your homes, or listen on radio, or follow on social media are what we call Ghana. I ask that we enter into the covenant with the Ghana we all love and the good people of our country who make up this dear nation. And I ask that you envision a Ghana that you want to live in, a Ghana that you want to leave behind to your children and your grandchildren. What can you do to help build that better Ghana that we all strive for? What behaviors, what attitudes and mindsets can we reset? We need a reset, and we have faith in Ghana's ability to overcome, excel, and be so successful with this reset that it will be difficult to imagine a time when that was not the case. As we stand at this momentous crossroads in our nation's history, I am honored and humbled to accept the mantle of the President of the Republic of Ghana. Today we celebrate a new administration and herald an unprecedented era of opportunity and transformation. With Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman by my side, we are poised to embark on a journey of progress and inclusivity, united in our vision for a more prosperous Ghana. This day is particularly special for us and for every Ghanaian who dreams of a society where barriers are shattered and ambitions are realized. With the inauguration of Ghana's first female vice president, we have turned a significant page in our history. Nana Jane's ascension to the high office is not merely a personal triumph. It symbolizes our collective commitment to fostering a nation where gender equality and female representation are cherished and amplified. This is a powerful testament to the power of diverse voices to shape the future, voices that have the courage to soar beyond our traditional confines. My brothers and sisters, together as we look to the horizon, we reaffirm our dedication to breaking the glass ceiling that has long hindered many from reaching their full potential. Governance that reflects all segments of our population, strengthens our democracy, and enriches our conversation. We stand committed to enacting policies that empower women and ensure that the door of opportunity is open wide for our youth and our women, regardless of their background. Together we'll galvanize our efforts to create a society where every Ghanaian can dream, believe, and achieve without any restraint. Remember that great leadership is not defined merely by the offices we occupy, but by the legacy that we leave for future generations. My administration, along with my Vice President, Nana Opoku-Agyeman, will prioritize inclusivity, accountability, and innovation, forging pathways that would lead to the upliftment of all of our citizens. I'm profoundly grateful for this moment, a cornerstone in our journey towards a brighter future for Ghana. In this resounding victory, I see a clarion call, particularly from the youth of Ghana, a generation that is brimming with potential and dreams that are waiting to be realized. This moment, the powerful affirmation that your voices matter, that your aspirations are valid, and that your future must be our priority. We're committed to translating your hopes into action and creating opportunities for education, entrepreneurship, employment, and empowerment. Our policies will be tailored to sustain innovation and foster industry that engages today's young minds and equip them with the skills needed for tomorrow's challenges. Together with the private sector and captains of business, we will create decent and well-paying jobs. As we embark on this new chapter, I assure you that our decisions will champion diversity in all facets of governance, ensuring that every Ghanaian, regardless of your ethnicity, your gender, your age, your religion, or any background, will have the opportunity to contribute to our nation's story. Ghana's youth represent the heartbeat of our democracy. Their ambition will drive our policies as we strive to create an inclusive, equitable society where everyone has a seat at the table. Our vision hinges on the introduction and implementation of a 24-hour economy. We envisage an innovative and vibrant 24-hour Ghanaian economy, which will also be anchored in agriculture and agribusiness. This innovative approach would unlock potentials that have long remained dormant, enabling us to harness the energy and creativity of all our people. Just imagine a Ghana where our markets are alive and bustling at all hours of the day, with responsive public services accessible at all times, such that businesses can operate flexibly to meet the diverse demands that they are subjected to. And young people, including entrepreneurs, can find opportunities regardless of traditional institutions. The 24-hour economy model will also bolster job creation for the young people, stimulate local industry, and attract foreign investments, and allow us to build resilient communities and a sustainable future. This vision extends beyond mere economic transactions, symbolizes empowerment, the empowerment of every Ghanaian to contribute to our national progress. My fellow citizens, this vision will allow us to embrace diversity, to cater to their varied lifestyles and preferences, and foster a culture of inclusion, ensure that every citizen can enjoy the fruits of his hard work. To the business leaders and entrepreneurs, I invite you to support this new model and join me in shaping a business environment where creativity thrives and where the fruits of your investments contribute to the collective welfare of our nation. Your role in driving our economy forward cannot be overstated. Your innovation and dedication will be a backbone of our success story. And I pledge to you that we would look at the tax regime and rationalize them so that they are more transparent and fair. Members of the business community, I assure you, Ghana is open for business again. Let me thank you, Your Excellencies, my fellow presidents, for leaving what is a busy schedule behind and coming to join us at this ceremony. Your presence brings honor to this inaugural ceremony. And I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you and to our sister countries who have traveled from near and far to be with us today. Your presence is a testament to the strong bonds of friendship and cooperation that exist between our nations. And I promise you I will work to foster the partnerships that transcends our borders, and I'll work collectively with you towards regional stability, economic growth, and mutual respect between our nations. To my friends from across Africa and the world, I thank you and welcome you to Ghana. And in our local parlance, I say Akwaba to all of you. To my family and fellow citizens, my wife Lodina, I thank you for your unwavering support and commitment to our shared vision. This journey is not mine alone. It belongs to all of us. It belongs to each of you. Let today be the dawn of a new era of hope, an era of job creation, an era of accountability, an era of institutional strengthening and resilience, and an era of unparalleled potential for all Ghanaians. We will write the next chapter in Ghana's story, and it will be one of promise, transparency, and transformative progress. My fellow citizens, this is a patriotic call to action for all of us to participate in building a nation that lives up to its promise, where hope thrives and dreams become a reality. Together, let us cultivate a brighter future for our beloved Ghana, where unity, progress, and equality are not just ideals we aspire to, but are the very fabric of our nation. In closing, I invite you to partner with us on this journey. Together, we can create a brighter future for our beloved Ghana, where unity, progress, and equality are not simply goals we are aiming for, but are the cornerstone of our society. Let's work hand in hand to foster these values and strengthen our nation for everyone. Fellow citizens, our invited guests, and thank you very much. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. I thank you.
Yeah. Honorable members, on your behalf, I convey the gratitude of the House to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, for his address. Your Excellency, the House is extremely grateful to you. Honorable members, may now we have the presence of our special guest of honor in the distinguished personality of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Republic of the Federal, as we say, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is my honor to now invite him to deliver his address. Your Excellency, you are welcome to this room now.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Ghana, Head of State and Government, they are present. Right, Honorable Speaker and members of Parliament of Ghana, members of the diplomatic corps, eminent personalities here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is always good when a friend and brother can face the oath of a close neighbor to celebrate his success and progress with him. Today, we celebrate African democracy as Ghana and our beloved people mark the transition from one democratic government to another. This moment does not merely symbolize another milestone in the evolution of Ghanaian democratic society. It further demonstrates that in West Africa, we are capable of democratic and productive endeavors. It is time that our continent critics stop forgetting the strides that Ghana, Nigeria, and others have made. We need not prove ourselves to them. We have nothing to prove to anyone except ourselves. We will lift our nations out of poverty and build strong and resilient economies for our people. Today, I am here not only as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but also as an African in resolute support of Ghana and our people. This moment is a source of pride and honor for Ghanaians, the entire continent, and its diaspora. The sun is out and the sky may be blue, but I see today a black star rising high in African sky. This black star shines over this nation, and its rays spread across this continent with a sense of shared history, hope, compassion, unity, devotion to our common welfare. While others may seek to demean Africa and keep brothers pitted against brothers, that shining star reminds us of who we are. Better yet, it reminds us of who we can be. That star reminds us always to strive and work together, bond together, even when we disagree. We must choose the path of peaceful dialogue. Never can we do harm to our brothers, nor can we permit any outsider to disrupt our bonds of brotherhood. the spirit of Ghana. The first Republic President, Agyapong Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, is here present today, lifting that star higher and higher. Just as Ghana draws inspiration and a well of strength from Kwame Nkrumah and many of his past leaders, Nigeria similarly draws inspiration from its founding fathers, who not only fought for our independence, but also cherished the close relationship between our two nations. May we always walk in the way and in the spirit of these enlightened leaders. Ghana is in harmony with that spirit, and President John Mahama inauguration today reflect that.